Hello people, buenos dias, we're back again. The world is a little different to yesterday, and today we'll be skimming over Hedera Hashgraph and their token Hbar. Like QNT and XRP, well worth having in your portfolio should you choose to have one, and that is not financial advice. So Hbar, as we can see here, is currently just over 17 cents. And it's been gobbled up in quite large quantities by, mainly by the USA. I did see some just fly over to Europe just then. But yeah, I love this graphic where you can see where all the different currencies are going. So yeah, everything's been dipping today, so this might be a good entry if you're looking to get some. Whether it's your first little bit of Hbar or whether you're stacking away with a bit of DCA. So to be honest though, it's these three tokens, Hbar, QNT and XRP, that in my observations, not financial advice, along with a handful of others that are going to make up the infrastructure of the new but as yet still pending financial system. Distributed ledger technology may ring a bell if you've been in this space a while. Another bell that may ring is ISO 20022. All three of these tokens are ISO 222 compliant, along with a handful of others. We might visit the ISO 222 timeline in another video. How many more times can I say ISO 222? The answer is no more times, thankfully. So we've talked about Ripple and XRP, fast, cheap, global payments, on-demand liquidity, a decentralized DLT in of itself, also ice cream compliant. We've done Quant and QNT token, which makes all these different DLTs and blockchains, etc., talk to each other. Also ICE, yeah. Now we're doing Hedera Hashgraph and Hbar, also a DLT, but not a blockchain. So a quick timeline. 2018, Hedera raised money selling Hbar coins, and a council of companies, Google, IBM, Deutsche Telekom, all joined to guide it, and this built trust for enterprises. The network opened in 2019, letting developers test apps for payments or records. In 2021, they added tools for contracts and tokens, helping build apps for finance or logistics. They worked with Standard Bank and tested digital money ideas. In 2023 and 24, Hedera cut energy use, becoming eco-friendly, and partnered with Oracle and MasterCard for tracking and payments. Oracle and MasterCard may ring a bell with QNT and Ripple. If they don't, they should. It's all connected, and it does feel like there's so many layers to what's going on here. It feels a bit like a ever-shifting kaleidoscope. Anyway, back to Hbar. In 2025, they launched HashSphere, a private network for banks or hospitals, and got ISO, don't worry, ISO 27001 for security. Hedera is focused on real world use, and businesses are paying attention. So we'll clear up a bit of technology, because I think I've been throwing around Hedera Hashgraph and Hbar sort of interchangeably. Hedera Hashgraph is a platform for businesses needing quick, secure transactions. Banks or companies can send payments, track goods, or manage digital IDs across systems with no delays. It's built for big industry who need reliability. Term 2, Hedera. Hedera is the network powered by Hashgraph, a fast, efficient tech that's not a blockchain. Hashgraph handles deals in seconds with low fees, like payments or logs. Hbar is the coin that pays for everything. Now we've cleared up some terminology, we'll talk about how Hashgraph is different. So the Hashgraph works differently from other ledger tech. blockchain, like Bitcoin or Ethereum, strings transactions into blocks chained together. It's very slow. Hashgraph, created by Lehman Baird, uses a web structure called a DAG. Transactions are events connected like a net, so nothing gets wasted. Nodes share deals and who sent them, spreading data fast. They agree securely without extra steps, using a very safe system called a BFT. Hedera processes 10,000 deals a second, done in 3 to 5 seconds, with fees around 1/10%. It's very eco-friendly and uses less energy than a card payment. This makes Hashgraph fast and reliable for business needs. In some areas, Hbar actually outperforms XRP. However, Hbar only became publicly available in 2019, so the year after Quant, if memory serves. Ripple, on the other hand, have been setting up deals and partnerships for, well, over a decade now, I think. So while the technology is great, Hbar, Hashgraph, Hedera, Ripple got a huge head start. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about the unique strengths of Hbar. You know, so we've talked about how it's fast, 10,000 deals a second, so it's great for instant payments or tracking. Fees are low. It's greener than most. It barely uses any energy. And it's very secure, nearly unhackable. Quote unquote unhackable. That's for now. Businesses we touched on earlier you may have heard of run its council, so Google and IBM, making it very trusted for banks and retailers. It also powers apps for payments, contracts and supply chains, and I'm sure they've got a lot more to come as the years go on, especially when they get regulation. Well, when the crypto space gets regulation. So that is it for Hashgraph, a very brief rundown. There's really much more to talk about with Hbar and all the other tokens, to be honest. So I may get onto these in later videos. But yeah, for now, in the meantime, do some research, look around. You never know what you might find. And yeah, thank you for listening.